Welcome to my channel. This is where you get undiluted Chelsea news and content. So also the football content and news all over the world. I appreciate you for joining me on the stream today, and I believe you're all doing well. And I also believe we're going to have a good time doing this together. Welcome one more time. Yes, we've rounded up the leagues not all over the world, but there's some countries that has to the point of reference that we've been using all this while, especially in the top 5 leagues in the world. Already rounded up the leagues. Yes, we've known the champions, we've known the losers, we've known the ones that will be relegated. We also have the ones that will be promoted to the next phase in the league, and also in England, which is our point of focus, been our point of focus, England, Spain, France. So also, every other leagues that we've talked about this season, they've all been rounded up. And now we have the teams that got promoted, the teams that got demoted, the teams that representing their countries in different European competitions. And that's what we have right now. Concerning the 3 major European competitions that we all know, that we all been following: UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, UEFA Conference League. Those 2 leagues have already been completed, and we now have the champions for all those leagues. Yesterday, PSG did the unbelievable. Yesterday, beating International at the Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany. 5-0. I was not expecting that. I never seen this coming. Never saw this coming. But it happened unexpectedly. They made the game, final for that matter, to be as easy as I could ever imagine in my world. That the UEFA Champions League final will be that easy. Scoring 5 goals. Putting 5 goals at the back of the net. Yesterday, what a game of football. I don't want to talk much about that game because my expectation was actually dampened, was actually killed yesterday, because the game was too soft for me. The game does not look like a final, especially European Champions League final. I could remember what happened 2012, Chelsea versus Bayern Munich at the same Allianz Arena. Wow, what a tense game. We forever remember that game. We forever be in our memories, because that was the game. That was the final we are talking about. But yesterday, I was not even thinking I was watching final, because it looked so easy, so simple. At the end of the day, PSG 5, International 0. Like I said, PSG made that game so simple. Does not look like final yet. Final. It was the final of the Champions League 2025, and PSG took the day. That will be their first Champions League. That will be the second French team that will win Champions League. Marseille did it in 1993, winning the final, and now PSG, they're doing it in 2025, winning the UEFA Champions League final. What a day for PSG. What a day in Paris. I can't imagine how Paris will look like right now. It's going to be a party in Paris. Party in Paris right now, because I believe they're still celebrating that trophy they just won, because they've been looking for it, searching for it, equipping and strengthening their team for it. At the point, they had Neymar in that team, PSG. At the point, they had Messi in that team. At the point, they had Mbappe in that team, trying to play. And if they could get the UEFA Champions League, because they won the French league many times, so they're just looking for a way to win UEFA Champions League, which they did yesterday in a beautiful way, making all of us feel as if we're not watching the game of football, because we were all relaxed, we're not tensed. Yet PSG did it yesterday. That is for UEFA Champions League. So also UEFA Europa League, Tottenham defeated Manchester United, and also at the UEFA Conference League, Chelsea defeated the Real Betis 4-1. I was not expecting that game to turn out to be like that, because I just believe that Real Betis will give it fights. But they did actually in the first half, scoring the first goal. I was thinking that probably be a very great challenge for Chelsea, a mountain to climb for Chelsea. But in the second half, Chelsea turned it around, scoring 4 good goals in the second half through Enzo Fernandez. So also Nicolas Jackson scoring the second goal. And Jadon Sancho scored the third goal. What a goal from Jadon Sancho for the third goal of that game. What a beautiful goal. Beautiful volley from Sancho. He loves doing that. He did the same thing, scored that kind of goal when Chelsea played Tottenham in the league last season, because it's already last season. They completed it. When Tottenham played Chelsea last season, he scored that kind of goal. Exactly that kind of goal. Cutting it from the left and scored that goal to equalize for Chelsea against Tottenham. Chelsea won that game eventually 3-2. So what a goal from Jadon Sancho, scoring the third goal against Real Betis. And Moses Caicedo crowned it up with the fourth goal of the day. What a volley from Caicedo. What a pass from Enzo Fernandez to Caicedo. What an assist from Enzo Fernandez to Caicedo. And what a shot. That is what a DM should be doing once in a while. When you have the chance, just shoot. And Moses Caicedo showed a good example of that by scoring that wonderful goal on that day. So that was how UEFA competitions went down last season. Now we have 6 teams representing England in the Champions League next season, 2025-2026 season. We have Liverpool, who won the league. We have Arsenal, second on the league. We also have Manchester City, who was third on the league. And Chelsea, who came fourth on the league. So also Newcastle, who came fifth on the league last season. And we have Tottenham, who will join them to be the 6th team to represent England in the Champions League next season, because they won the UEFA Europa League against Manchester United. So also Aston Villa is going back to Europe. They were the Champions League last season. They also represent England at the UEFA Europa Cup for being 6th on the league. And Nottingham Forest, who also have won Champions League before, very long time ago, decades ago, will represent England at the UEFA Conference League next season. I was surprised they bottled it, because they've been doing fantastic. In the few games of the season when the season first started, they did fantastic, but it was bottled. They bottled it towards the end of the season. And thankfully to them, they grabbed one of the European slots, not in Champions League, not in Europa League, but the UEFA Conference League next season. Yes. We have not finished. We still have the World Club Cup coming up in the United States of America, starting on the 16th of June. I mean, a couple of days from now, maybe 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. World Club Cup coming up in the United States of America, and we have Chelsea representing England for that particular competition. That is a huge competition with big money. I mean, big money. Wow. Any team that is participating in that particular competition, they are expected to have good money. I mean, big money, big competition. And we are trusting and believing that Chelsea will do well, even carry the day and lift the European World Club Cup. For the second time, we won it when we won the Champions League a few years ago. And we believe we can still win it again and make it the second time. So we have some fantastic, great clubs joining Chelsea to feature in that particular competition. Real Madrid is going to be there. We have Bayern Munich there. We have PSG there. We have so many great teams in that competition coming up, or starting in the 16th of June in the United States of America. Yours sincerely will be there to give you, at least watch some of the matches, to give you preview and review of all those matches, and have a feel of how it's going to be at the FIFA World Club Cup 2025. Let me just tell you some matches that will be played, especially Chelsea. Chelsea is going to play LAFC. They just qualified through playoffs a few days ago, I think yesterday. And it's going to be one of the teams that Chelsea will play in the United States of America. That game is coming up in Atlanta. Yes, coming up in Atlanta. And Chelsea is playing LAFC in the first game they're going to play. They're also going to play Flamengo from Brazil. You remember that team? Flamengo from Brazil. I think, yeah, from Brazil. Is it from Argentina? I think it's from Brazil. They're playing that team in the second game, and the last game is going to be the experience of Tunisia. Chelsea is going to play their third game against that team, and whoever qualified, 2 teams are going to represent or going to come out from that particular group to play in the round of 16, I believe. I think there are 32 players, 32 teams right now, so they're going to play in the round of 16 and eventually qualify for the round of 8 or quarterfinal, then semi-final. But we're looking forward to Chelsea being part of the 2 teams that will come out from that particular group and go to the round of 16, because we also have some top players or top teams in that particular competition. So it's going to be an exciting time of football and a certain time of to get excited and watch football, that particular competition. I'm going to give you a preview and review of some of the games there, and I believe you have a good time watching and monitoring that competition to get the transfers. Like I said, the FIFA World Cup is coming up starting in the month of June 16. This month we are 16th of June, and FIFA has already make the transfer gate open to all clubs that are going to be represented at the World Club Cup this month. So if you are one of the clubs, you have the opportunity to do transfers between January and June 1st and June 10th. Then the transfer room will be closed again and reopen another time. But you have the access, you have the opportunity to do transfers, and that is what some clubs have been doing all over the world. Do transfers to strengthen their team for the FIFA World Club Cup, and strengthen whatever area they need to strengthen so that they can do better at the competition. Everybody wants to win the competition. Chelsea want to win the competition, so we have to strengthen our team and make sure we do well. Manchester United, who is not part of the World Cup club this season or in June, are also strengthening. They're strengthening. They just acquired, or is it just acquired, or they triggered the release clause for Matthew Cunha of Wolverhampton Wanderers. What a player! I was not expecting Man U would be able to attract such players, but it did. It's been triggered. £62.5 million for his release clause has already been triggered by Manchester United. So Matthew Cunha will be Manchester United player next season. So also Chelsea, Liam Delap. Yes, William Delap and Chelsea already reached an agreement. Ipswich and Chelsea reached an agreement for the sale of Liam Delap to Chelsea. Chelsea is ready to trigger the release clause of £30 million for Liam Delap, and he will be Chelsea player. Ipswich has already agreed and already told Chelsea to go ahead with the medical. The medical will be done, or already been structured, already been arranged for a couple of hours now. Liam Delap will do medical and he will become Chelsea player. There's an agreement between the club and the team, the player and the team, that personal terms has already been sorted out. And lo and behold, Liam Delap will become Chelsea player. Talking about Liam Delap, yes, he's a fantastic player. He's a good striker with physicality, good in the air, with both legs. He can dribble, he can challenge opponents, he can bully. But 22 years old, Liam Delap, is that all we need in Chelsea? No. We still need another prolific striker, someone that is ahead of him in age, in experience, in achievement, to pair together with him so that we have a complete package as far as striker is concerned at Chelsea Football Club. We have somebody like Victor Osimhen, who is killing it right now in Turkey. In fact, he did the same when he was in Charleroi in Belgium, playing for Charleroi in Belgium. He also did the same when he was playing for Werder Bremen in Germany. So also the same when he was playing in France. He killed it. So also before he moved to Napoli from France, he also scored goals when he got to Napoli. He helped them to win Scudetto in Napoli, and he scored so many goals. So he's a prolific striker. very strong in the air, very strong on both legs. He can challenge defenders. He's a warrior, he's a tiger, he's a fighter. That's the kind of striker we need to pair with Leon Delap. Not just Leon Delap in Chelsea, because we are playing too many competitions next season. We are playing Champions League, which is not for the boys. We are playing, we are contesting or challenging for Premiership. We are also contesting and challenging for FA Cup, so also EFL Cup next season. So we need a complete set as far as the lineup is concerned, as far as our teams is concerned, having two good strikers. Whether Nicola Jackson is leaving the club or not, if we can have Leon Delap and also have Victor Osimhen, then we are settled for years as far as striking is concerned in Chelsea. Whether Nicola Jackson is going or not, then we are settled. The same thing is happening in our defense. We can have had one more experienced defenders to our team, then we'll be good at our team. Like I heard in another news that I'm going to tell you shortly about one player from Crystal Palace who might probably also join Chelsea. He was in Chelsea, but might probably also join Chelsea again for the season. So that's what I'm talking about. If we can add Victor Osimhen to the team, then we'll be good. We are settled as far as striking is concerned, as far as goal scorer is concerned at Chelsea Football Club. So that's the news for Leon Delap joining Chelsea very soon. And we are believing that Victor Osimhen too will join Chelsea, because we had it in the news that some of his friends said the transfer between Chelsea and Victor Osimhen is still on. Is still on, very much on. So anything can happen. Victor Osimhen can become Chelsea player anytime from now. If there's an agreement between the two parties, then if you could get that, if you could strike that, oh my goodness, then we are in for it next season. We are settled as far as scorers striking is concerned next season for the club. So we are looking forward to that. Yes, in another news, Marguerite of Crystal Palace is being rumored, or it's been news, or it's been in the news that is might probably move to Chelsea to pair in the defense of Chelsea, be at the defense line of Chelsea next season. Yes, we're all expecting that. He left from Chelsea to Crystal Palace, was part of Chelsea Academy. He's been a Chelsea boy, but he moved to Crystal Palace some few years back. And so that he'll be able to get more playing times. But now he has matured enough. He's even in the Lions national team, one of the Lions national team players. That is England national team player. So he has matured enough. I believe Chelsea want to bring him back to Chelsea. So we are looking forward to that. If we can have Maguire and have Trevor Chalobah. I don't think we should say Trevor Chalobah. Let's leave Trevor Chalobah, have Maguire in the team. Also have Tosin Adarabioyo with Liverpool, and just had another center defender to that team. Then we also settle the defense line for Chelsea next season. So also in the middle of the park, which is the midfield, like we have right now Enzo Fernandez, we have Moses Caicedo, we have Romeo Lavia. If we can have Santos to join them from Strasbourg, then we also settled at the midfield. Then just had some other players to it. Then we are settled for years at the midfield, and we know each time we're playing, we are tormenting. Each time we're playing, we are terrorizing because of the players that we have and because of the bench that we will have. I believe in Kunkum, I believe in Chelsea, so we need those other players. So that's the transfer news that I have for you right now. As other news are coming in, I will let you know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. This is a channel that will be able to give you quality Chelsea content and news, so also other football content all over the world. Thank you for joining me one more time. Yes, it's another stream, it's another episode, and believe you're having a great time. So that is all I have for you concerning transfer news, concerning European competition that just finished, concerning FIFA World Club Cup coming up June 16, starting from June 16, and just look forward to those games. I'm going to give you a preview and a review of some of those games. I'll probably go and watch one or two games myself, so I'll be able to give you a full news, a full information about those games. Thank you one more time for joining me. I appreciate you for your time, for joining me today, and I believe we can do it one more time. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. This is Swoam Talk Soccer, and I will see you again one more time. As we do so, do have a beautiful day ahead. Thank you.